We're back on the red carpet at Hangout Marketing Intensive, and we finally tracked down Dan Safkow because he has been teaching, running around, coaching, just giving. Thank you so much for coming and speaking to us.
You're welcome. I'm glad to be here.
So there are a lot of things that you were training, and people are getting so much out of this event. If you were able to sum up in a couple of phrases what this event meant to you and what was it about, what would you say?
Well, people think of Hangout marketing as more of a tactical thing, but Alex Mondosian is known for being a heart-centered entrepreneur, and he's able to bring that into marketing and into business. And video can be a very intimate form of communication, so why not learn it from somebody who comes from a heart-centered place, because you want to be able to translate that on the screen.
Well, so right now there are so many people that were in the room, and they're just getting started, and they're overwhelmed. You can see it over the faces. How do I get started? What do I say? How should I look? All these other things that we deal with just with video on a regular basis. So I would like you to communicate to people out there, just who have something, who have a message to say. What would you tell them? What advice would you give?
Well, I think the best piece of advice I can give is to just do it. It's a cliche to say that, but people have such an intimidation factor when it comes to video because we've all grown up in the television generation, and we think that should be left to actors and broadcasters. But so we have to just let go of that thinking and think of it more as an extension of the telephone. And the telephone can be a pretty intimate experience, and we don't get intimidated by that, but just think of that generation was probably very intimidated by the telephone. So fast forward to today, no intimidation. It's just another form of communication. So we can't get hung up on how we look. We've got to let go of that voice that may be insecure and say, I don't have a face voice. I don't have the expertise to be a broadcaster. You don't have to. You just have to be yourself, be your authentic self, and people will connect with your message.
I think the two words here, sloppy success. Just go do it, right? Don't be perfect.
Absolutely. Every time you do a hangout, you'll make progress. Your first will be your worst, so let's get that first one out of the way. And I was very, very intimidated when I first started doing video, and fast forward to today, I just turn on the camera and I let it rip and just be myself.
Right on. Great advice from Mr. Dan Safkow. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And look at the spiffy shoes. Check those out.
My blue suede shoes.
Oh, gotta do a little Elvis now.